The NHL is on break, and apparently so is Roy. This is The Hockey Show.
ما في وقت للعب 9-1 كونتينيو يجي نار من استوديو نطني ولا لازم نشوف.
Welcome to the latest episode of The Hockey Show. I'm David Dwork of The Hockey News. My co-host Roy Bellamy he's not here. I think he's in the air right now with his family flying to California, so thanks, Roy, for leaving us in the lurch. But we'll be okay because I got Ethan here next to me in the studio.
You got me, you got
Yeah,
Rose,
you got me.
Gabe, and Percy's back there. What more do you
Got
need?
Gabe, yeah.
Who needs Roy?
Yeah.
So
miss
we
you, Roy.
do need you, Roy, but
Yeah, we miss you, Roy.
don't get angry.
Yes, so you can follow The Hockey Show across all of our social media channels. You can check out The Hockey Show YouTube page at Hockey Show DLS, on TikTok at The Hockey Show 7, and on X, Instagram, and Threads at Hockey Show DLS. The Olympics, Ethan, are here.
Yes.
I know you're excited.
Yeah.
You have not shut up about the Olympics for weeks now.
Yeah.
You told me before we came on the air that it's all you've had on any TV
Correct.
in any place, whether it's
Correct.
here at the studio, whether it's at home,
Yep.
nonstop Olympics. So just off the bat, your thoughts on the first few days of the hockey tournament.
I mean, the hockey has been great, and just seeing NHL players back in the Olympics has been so amazing. I mean, I live for the Olympics personally. It's always been my favorite event, whether it's summer, whether it's winter. Definitely like the summer better than the winter.
Really?
But yeah, but I love the winter games. Don't
Gotta
get me wrong.
disagree with you on
I'm
that
not
one.
going to say that I don't love the winter games. I absolutely love the Winter Olympics, and like I said, I have been watching nothing but the Winter Olympics for the last week now. Just the summer games have a lot of the legacy sports. You got swimming, you got track, you got basketball, whatever, gymnastics, of course. And there's a lot more variety and a lot more action going on at all times. But I have loved these winter games so far. And like I said, like seeing the NHL players back in the games. Canada's game yesterday was amazing to watch. Like seeing that collection of talent was incredible. The U.S. played really well yesterday. We'll get into that. But I've been really excited about the women. The U.S. women have been incredible. They are the team of the tournament so far. We'll talk about their win over Canada a little later, which has been the moment for me of the Olympics. But, I mean, you had, Evan Bates and Madison Chalk going at it. You had Chloe Kim on last night. You've had some amazing stories throughout these games, and it's just been an absolute joy to watch. I can't get enough of it.
No, and actually, this is a good time to get into it. I wanted to talk about the U.S. women. Let's talk about them first. As you said, they've been the talk of the tournament. They've looked so good. They've given up one goal through 4 games, and that was to Chechnya in the opener. Abby Frankel, 2 5-0 shutouts.
She's incredible.
Stopped 44 of 45 shots so far. She's been
Aaron Frankel. Abby Murphy is
God.
Aaron Frankel.
And Abby Murphy is like my favorite player
Abby
on U.S.
Murphy
She's
is
so much fun to
amazing.
watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, how can I mess up the goalie's name? I put
I
myself.
know. You
got to
be better.
Box
That's
for
the
that
goalie
one.
fraternity for sure. Yeah,
That's a fail by me. But big picture, the U.S. women, they play their first quarterfinal game later today. They're playing against the host nation, Italy, so probably going to be a big U.S. win. I think the spread was like 5.5 or 6.5 or something like that. I don't know, man. I feel like this might be the U.S. women's year to really like put their skates down and say we are the dominant nation. I know that Canada's dealing with some injuries, but I don't know, man. I just love how consistent and how dominant the U.S. women have looked. It's like almost kind of like the Panthers when they're rolling.
Yeah, well,
Question, just
go
before
ahead.
you go.
Yeah, go ahead, Rosie.
Take me out of the ignorance. Have they ever won a...
Yeah, so the
gold
U.S.
medal?
has won twice. They won in
the women's.
2018, yes,
Uh-huh.
and they won the first tournament in '98 in Nagano.
It's the men's that is 46 years.
men have
Correct.
not won
The one,
since-
correct. The men have not won since the Miracle on Ice in 1980.
And before that, 1960. So
Yeah.
it's been a while.
The miracle.
And the U.S. and Canada dominate the women's game. They are the only 2 countries that have ever won a gold medal. And the only time that the final was not the U.S. and Canada was when Sweden upset the United States in Torino in 2006. So pretty much every year it's the U.S. and Canada. And you've seen so far this tournament, David, that these 2 teams, these 2 countries are on a different level when it comes to the women's game.
Yeah.
They're playing a different sport than some of these other countries. Even a team like Finland, who is, I believe, the 3rd favorite in this tournament, the United States blew them out. And then they blew out Czechia, who was in their group, and the Swiss team that was in their group as well. And so it came down to this game against Canada, which was the last game of the prelims for both of these teams. Well, Canada had an extra game after because they had a game delayed. But it was the last game of the prelims for the United States. And you're saying, all right, like here's a true test to see how do they measure up against Canada. And granted, Marie-Philippe Poulin, who is, I mean, I guess you could call her like the Crosby of
she's their best player.
women's hockey. Like she has been the greatest player for a very long time now. Missed that game, probably precautionary reasons to get her ready for the medal rounds.
She was practicing today, I saw earlier. So hopefully that, because look, if you're the U.S., you want to beat Canada, but you want to beat Canada at
with
their best.
MPP,
yes,
100%. So MPP was not on the ice for this game, but it didn't matter. Like the United States blew them out in every single way. And it was just a dominant performance from this team, and it was a statement. Remember, the United States won the last World Championships in the women's game. So right now, the United States is the dominant hockey country in women's hockey. But you have to make that statement. If you really want that title, you have to win the Olympic gold medal. And so in order to finish this off and in order to stake their claim as right now the dominant team in women's hockey, they've got to win this gold.
So
and it
wise.
all comes down to that final. Thank you, Rose. It all comes down to that gold medal match that these two teams seem to be on a collision course for.
Assumedly, the U.S. and Canada will be there. As I said before, the U.S. play Italy later today, Friday afternoon, in the quarterfinals.
Men's?
And no,
Women's. We're now, Rose, thank you. We'll get to the men.
Yep.
Because as fun as the women's tournament has been, the men's tournament also a lot of action.
Yep.
I think the smaller ice has given us more of a Stanley Cup playoff type feel. It's not wide open. There's a lot more physicality, a lot more checking. The U.S. looked good in their 5-1 win over Latvia in the opener. Canada also looked very good in their 5-0 win over Chechnya.
Czechia, don't forget, was the world champion 2 years ago. So this is a very good Czechia team. Like, this is not a pushover Czechia team. You've got David Pastrnak, bunch of NHLers. Canada dominated in every way.
Yeah, and we'll get into this more with our guest, Ryan Clark from ESPN. Ryan S. Clark from ESPN, the hockey writer. Obviously.
It would be fun to talk puck with Ryan Clark, but I'm very excited to talk with Ryan S. as well.
But we'll get into this with him as well, but I wanted to bring it up with you. How impressive, unbelievable, ridiculous is Macklin Celebrini? He's 19 years old.
My God.
Yeah, he's amazing. He really is an incredible player, Dave. And I'm worried, I think I've said this on the show before, I'm worried that the NHL media is going to do to Macklin Celebrini what they've done with Sidney Crosby, which is just make him insufferable because he is the golden child of Canadian hockey. But listen,
when they did it with Crosby, there wasn't really anybody else that they were taking that mantle from. So maybe they got Crosby,
they're
you
just
got McDavid.
moving it over
so
to
maybe he's got some buffer room before they make a fool out of him.
Whatever the case may be, the kid's incredible. And I mean, he scores the opening goal of the tournament for Team Canada. There was no doubt he deserved to be on Team Canada. The only argument I would make is that Connor Bedard deserved to be on Team Canada as well, and likely would have been, I believe, had he not gotten hurt and missed a bunch of time. I think we all kind of forgot how good Connor Bedard was playing at the beginning of the season before he got hurt.
The youth
Hopefully he
movement
comes
is
back.
real.
Yeah, the youth movement in the NHL is incredible. But Celebrini's amazing, and just seeing that power play, there was one power play goal that was Crosby to McDavid to McKinnon. Yeah. And it's just like,
and Reinhardt's just watching.
And Reinhardt and Reinhardt and Makar are out there too. Like, do not forget about those two guys. That team is an unbelievable collection of talent, Dave. And as much as I'm excited about the United States, and they played great in their opener, it was a really, really good start to the tournament for them. You have to look at what Canada did and be very fearful.
So here's a fun fact about Macklin Celebrini that I read last night, and then I want to toss it to Rose for her thoughts. He has now scored in his first game at 5 different levels of hockey. He scored his first goal in his first game at the USHL, NCAA college hockey, the World Juniors, the NHL, and now the Olympics. His first game, and he's still just 19 years old. Rose, you've been watching a lot of hockey over the last few years. What are your thoughts on a teenager having that much dominance on so many levels?
I'm telling you, I did not know hockey, and then when I saw those guys play, him and Connor Bedard, I'm like, I know their names now because they're everywhere, and he's amazing. But talking about that, that's why I have Canada as the winner of gold medal. That's my prediction. And I want to know you guys' prediction. Who do you think is going to have gold? Who do you think is silver? And who is bronze? Because for me, it's Canada, Finland, USA.
I hate to say it, and I've been thinking this, since I want it to be the U.S., obviously. I think the U.S. is probably going to end up silver again. I feel like Canada's going to win gold. I don't want it to happen, but they're just so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Can I give you a dark horse for a medal, since I think we're all going to kind of agree it's going to be the U.S. and Canada, and then like maybe Sweden or Finland.
You said one of the big four.
Dark horse for a medal, I like the Swiss team.
Really?
Hold on.
Latvia?
I like the Slovaks too.
throwing
And, you know, I like a
country
lot of
names.
these teams, honestly. Like, a lot of these teams have really solid cores. The Swiss team has a nice little core of NHL players. The Slovaks played great. They dominated Finland in their opening match of the tournament. But watch out for Germany as well, because I have this feeling that Leon Draisaitl can just, like, put that
Wait, Leon
team
Draisaitl
on his
is
back.
German?
He is German,
German.
yes. And I have a feeling he can put and will put that team on his back and will them into
They got
the
a
medal
decent,
rounds.
you know, they got Tim Stutzla's on that.
They
Philip
have a great
Grubauer's their
first line.
goalie.
They have a great
Maurice
first line.
Sider's on
Yes.
that team.
Tim Stutzla, Draisaitl, and I believe Ricard Raquel is the other guy on their first line. And then you have Moritz Sider on the back end as well, and Grubauer, an NHL goalie in net. Like, I think that team, Draisaitl, he wants to play for Germany. He wants to make a statement. I think it's Ricard Raquel.
No, it's
Well, I don't know, but
Lucas
Draisaitl,
Reichel.
he looks. That's why I think he's not very graciable, because he's
Yeah,
German.
Lucas
Now
Reichel.
that explains it at all.
Lucas Reichel is also on this team. Sorry, they also have JJ Peterka on this team as well. And Nico Sturm is down on the. Like, they have some NHL players.
Panthers assistant coach Jamie Tompkins behind the bench.
I'm telling you, man, I would watch out for Draisaitl just wheeling.
So
this
Team
team into the
Germany is
medal
your
rounds.
dark horse team.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I think Draisaitl could just go nuclear and, like, beat a couple teams by himself. And all you have to do to get into the medal rounds is win the quarterfinal, and then you've got a shot at a medal. So
Get in. It'll be fun to keep track. We will certainly be watching as it gets into it next week. We'll get into the medal round. So yay, fun stuff.
Woohoo!
Next topic, kind of a stinky.
Oh, this is funny.
This is hilarious.
This is
What?
really funny.
So there's a team in the OHL, the Ontario Hockey League. It's a very
What's OHL?
the Ontario Hockey League.
Oh,
It's it's one of the junior leagues in Canada. It's one of the biggest junior leagues in Canada, and the Oshawa Generals are one of the oldest, greatest teams in that league, with a very loyal fan following. So earlier this week, it's okay, Rose. Earlier this week, they sent an email to their season ticket holders with an interesting request. In the email, the team asked for fans to take better care of themselves hygienically before coming to the rink, because apparently there have been a lot of complaints about the smell of their fellow fans. The email asks fans to, quote, be mindful of personal cleanliness while sharing our space with fellow fans, end quote. Now, I'll let that marinate for a second.
we marinated.
I see what
it.
you did there.
But, so that
I
lasted
see
about a
what you
day.
did there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After, obviously,
joke.
fans put up a stink about the email.
Did you write these all out?
No, this is actually off the dome. The team put out a statement on social media basically apologizing and saying, we bleeped up.
I like the last line here.
Yeah, we're sorry and we hope we can watch it. Well, because you've got to have fun with it too. But they said, quote, it's not our place to overstep like we did. We are sorry and hopeful that we can wash this one off. I don't think I've ever seen anything where they've asked fans to shower deodorant. I mean, maybe more subtle, like give away
I will ask
deodorant
fans
as
that.
like a giveaway at
That's a good idea.
you know,
That's a
like
good
get
idea.
Johnson and
Get it-
Johnson
yeah,
or Old Spice
sponsorship
to
or
like,
degree.
you know.
Yeah.
But this is pretty ridiculous, guys.
Yeah, I would really hate to receive that email because then it puts in your head like, am I the stinky one? Like, was I the guy?
I would
that
know
this
I'm
person
not
was
the
sitting next
stinky one
to?
because I know I
Yeah,
have,
I don't smell.
shower. I even
I smell
use
good. Yeah.
perfume when I go to sleep. So
When I go to a hockey game, I always put cologne on, so I always smell good.
I sleep with perfume. Gabe.
I was going to say, is it an apology if you add the joke at the end to wash it off?
I mean, I think it's
That's a good
still,
point.
So you're saying it's disingenuous because of the joke?
A little bit. You know, they kind of put the joke in there.
I
wash
think they
it
kind
off.
of were
Well,
just like,
I know
we
they're
know
trying to
this
be
is
funny.
ridiculous, and the fact that we have to put out a statement about this is ridiculous, so we're going to kind of lean into it. But
I think
also,
that-
like, Gabe makes a good point.
I think that they were kind of saying, yeah, we messed up, but you should still
Yeah.
maybe clean up a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
Still wash
like
yourself.
it's still an issue.
Let's be clear. Put the camera on me for a second. Take a shower. If you're going to a hockey game, take a shower.
Or just some Axe body spray, or I mean, it's not that hard to like. Not every pothead out there knows it's not that hard to disguise the smell. So I don't know what they're doing in Oshawa. Loyal hockey fans, notwithstanding, but I don't know. Like what's going on?
Maybe the
this is an
arena
issue.
just stinks.
Maybe it's
just
an
the
old
arena. It's
arena?
probably the OHL. It's got to be an old arena. Let's just chalk it up to that and kind of take the blame off of
The
everybody.
Tribute Community Center opened in 2006.
Okay. Then
Not
it's
that
not
old.
that. Then it's not that. Then it's not that. Maybe
the
there's just
same
some
year
stinky
as
people up in
Gossip
Oshawa.
Girl.
Yes.
Thanks,
Uh,
Rose.
maybe it was like a collaboration.
I think so. Yeah.
Should we go to the stat of the week?
You know what? Let's go to the stat of the week.
Rosie, stat of the week.
The hockey stat of the week.
Hi, Ethan.
Hey, guys. Oh, Rosie beat me to it.
Wow.
Hey, guys, I'm in the big chair today. Well, not quite the big chair, the second big chair. All right.
Don't diminish being in this side of the glass.
No, I'm very happy for you, Dave. You deserve it. You earned it. I'm very happy to be over here as well.
I'm over here shitting my pants. You're like just having a blast.
You're killing it. You're killing it, brother. All right, before we keep yanking each other's chain, let's get to the stat of the week. The stat of the week this week, guys, we talked about Canada's win and their dominance, but I'm not very happy with John Cooper, and I'm going to tell you why. This is our stat of the week. Of all the skaters that played and finished yesterday's game, I make that moniker because Josh Morrissey left yesterday's game with an injury for Canada. 3 of the 4 players with the least ice time were Florida Panthers. Sam Reinhart played only 10:01. Bo Horvat, the only non-Panther on this list, played 9:54, scored a goal. Brad Marchand, 9:29, had an assist. And Sam Bennett, who was listed as the 13th forward for Team Canada, despite scoring in the Four Nations final, had to be an injury replacement to even get to Milan in the first place, played only 7:19. I get it. A lot of Panthers fans will say, I'm happy. Our guys are resting. They're getting some time off. They're not playing as much. They're not as at risk of a big injury. Reinhardt's on power play 1, on that loaded power play 1. I understand what people are saying, but Sam Reinhart on the 4th line? Like, what are we doing here? Sam Reinhart leads the league in goals over the last 3 or 4 seasons, I think it is. He's the best power play scorer in the league the last few years as well, so of course he should be on PP1. Brad Marchand on the 4th line, I get it. You want him to be down there doing the dirty work, banging around a little bit. He had a point. But Sam Reinhart on the 4th line and Sam Bennett as the 13th forward, when he was placed into the game against the United States in the second game of the Four Nations and kind of brought a spark to Team Canada that they needed. Of course, he fought Brady Tkachuk. He scores in the final. Like, John Cooper, I'm looking at you, bud. I get it. Brandon Hagel's out there playing, hold on, let me look at the type.
Was it 17 minutes
ice time,
or something?
14:33 for Brandon Hagel. Nick Suzuki playing 13:33. Tom Wilson playing 16:06. Like, Tom Wilson as a first liner over Sam Reinhart? What are we doing here?
Panthers fans got to be kind of happy, though. I know that you want to see your team, your guys playing over there, but I mean, big picture, Panthers got a lot of work to do when they get back after the Olympics if they want to try to make the playoffs. So if John Cooper wants to keep the Panthers fresher, hey, not going to complain.
I get it, but I'm the guy that they're there and our season's basically kind of over. I want to see them showing out, and I want to see them getting love and the respect that they deserve as some of the greatest players in the NHL.
Valid point. Moving on, it's time for Puck Luck.
Are you going to make us money?
God, I was kind of thinking with Roy not here, I wouldn't have to take this shit. But it's time for Puck Luck, sponsored by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Another Olympic-themed Puck Luck this week. First, we're going to take the Canadian women in their quarterfinal game over Germany. Yes, it's a huge line, -5.5, but a motivated Canada squad can and will cover it. I think MPP might play, which is just going to be that much bigger for Canada. They've got 4-0, 5-1, 5-0 wins over Switzerland, Czechia, and Finland. Germany is not at the level of any of those teams, and I expect the Canadian women to roll their way into the semis. So Canada -5.5. We're going to take the U.S. men puck line -3.5 over Denmark. They're going to build on their opening win. The U.S. men look great. I have no issue taking this in the U.S. covering the spread. And then give me the Slovaks. Ethan's not quite dark horse, but almost, at +2.5 against Sweden. The Swedes are probably going to win this game, but it should be a tight game. I think the Slovaks are going to keep it close. The Slovaks are actually trying to win Group B, so they've got a lot to play for. Parlay odds on this 3-legger are +554, so let's make ourselves some money. Now, I'm very excited for this week's Rose in a Minute because Rose is talking Olympics. So, Rose, take it away with Rosa en un minuto.
Okay, let's go, kids. So, ahora hijos, es un minuto de hockey con Rose y nos vamos a mirar en los Juegos Olímpicos donde Estados Unidos debutó como si fueran haciendo una declaración oficial. Victoria 5-1 contra Latvia. Sí, 5-1, pero empezó raro. Les anularon 2 goles en el primer periodo y por un momento parecía drama olímpico, pero luego, suficiente. Brock Nelson metió 2, uno en el segundo y otro antes de terminar el periodo. Matthew, Brady Tkachuk y Tage Thompson también dijeron presente y el power play hizo su trabajo. Shots finales, 38-18. Esto no fue un partido cerrado, es un control total y no olvidemos el dato importante. Estados Unidos no gana hace 46 años. Si el objetivo es el primer oro en 46 años, este equipo no vino a participar, vino a ganar, porque este Team USA no está esperando historia, la está escribiendo. Este es tu minuto de hockey con Roy Rose. Tu resumen semanal de puck, pasión y un poquito de caos.
Excellent job, Rose. That was awesome.
Fantastic, Rose.
All right, now it's time for Rose in a minute.
Let's go.
Take it away.
Learn Spanish. Okay.
No.
Let's do this. Hey kids, this is 1 minute of hockey with Rose, and we are heading to Milan for the Olympics Games, where the United States made its debut issuing an official statement. 5-1 win over Latvia. Yes, 5-1, but it started weird. They had 2 goals overturned in the first period, and for a moment it felt like Olympic drama, but then they say, okay, this is enough. Brock Nelson scored twice. Matthew Brady took the shot, and Tate Thompson also showed up. And the power play did its job. Final shots 38-18. That's not a close game. That's total control. And let's not forget that important detail. The United States men hockey, let me put this again, haven't won gold in 46 years. The team didn't come to participate. They came to win. Because this team, USA, isn't waiting for history. They're writing it. This is 1 minute of hockey with Rose. Your weekly recap of puck, passion, and a little bit of chaos.
Woo! All right.
Whew,
That was
I'm
great.
tired.
That was difficult.
I danced a lot.
That was fun.
tired.
All right, thank you, Rose, for that. Put
Wow.
my special glasses away.
Percy, come here.
Percy's in the house. You
Dance.
didn't introduce
She's laying
Percy,
over
did you?
here. No, she's laying down. She needs a nap. Dylan was chasing her around all morning.
All right. All right. A couple things to get to here. Let's go to our wins and fails. Is that cool with everybody? I like doing wins and fails.
Absolutely.
You're going to love my win.
Okay. Well, let's start. I'm not going to start with me. Roy usually starts with me, but I'm not going to start with myself. So, Ethan, what's your win of the week?
My win of the week, let's go back to that U.S. win over Canada. That was the win of the week in the entire world, in my opinion. A 5-0 win over Canada. The first time the Canadians have ever been shut out in Olympic competition, but this moment in particular was the best. After scoring the 4th goal, I believe it was, Hannah Bilka, who is an absolute superstar, has been one of the breakout stars of this Olympic Winter Games. Put that image back up for a second. I'm not sure exactly who the player is here for Canada, but she laid out Bilka as Bilka scored, and Bilka retaliated by talking some smack right to her after scoring the goal. That got me fired up, and it also got me a tweet with like 25,000 likes, so that was really cool. So, that was my win of the week. Shout out to Hannah Bilka. She's been amazing. Her and Abby Murphy, the stars of the game so far.
Shout out to Ethan's X account at Ethan Badowski. Go follow him and like his tweets. My win of the week is from that same game. Something very significant happened on the ice. It was the first time ever that 3 black women competed in an Olympic hockey game. It was really cool. It was U.S., it was Lila Edwards, and it was Sarah Nurse and Sophie Jock for Canada. I just think it's really amazing. I think it's cool how the game is evolving. I think it's opening up doors and windows for everybody to come join, and on the biggest stage that there is, showing everybody that hockey is in fact for everybody. So just an awesome, awesome win. Rose, you're very excited. What's your win of the week?
Roy would be so proud.
I'm not even going to explain my win of the week. I just want you guys to see it.
Oh, boy.
Por eso soy el mero mero de esta hacienda.
Y yo soy Doménica Montero, la dueña de este lugar.
Montoya!
Que quiera aprender a
No,
respetar.
he's back?
Se queda.
Montoya's
Y el
back?
que no,
Se queda,
que
that means stay.
largue. Así que para ustedes, yo soy la abandonada.
Yo soy la abandonada.
That is so popular, people. You're missing out if you don't speak Spanish. So that is my
I am
win of the
missing
week.
out if I don't speak
Doménica Montero.
I don't even have to
Y me
speak
dicen
Spanish to
la
enjoy that.
abandonada. Exactly.
That was
Great.
fantastic.
That was my win of the
Just
week.
like the Bad Bunny halftime show. You don't have to speak
Right?
Spanish to enjoy it.
And you enjoyed it.
I had a
right.
great time.
Gabe, what's your win of the week? Welcome to the show.
Thank you. My win of the week is Italian goaltender Damian Clara, who saved 46 saves in 46 minutes. So he averaged a save in a
unbelievable.
minute. Yeah, he was standing on his
That
head
was
there.
incredible.
It's unfortunate he went down with an injury. I guess he overextended himself.
Poor bastard
but,
tried to stay in the game, too.
Yeah, but that is my win of the
There
week.
has been some incredible goaltending and performances
Yep.
in
It's
these
usually what
games.
happens at the Olympics.
Shout out to the Swiss goaltender on the women's side. She's had 2 incredible games against Canada and the United States to even keep those close. She's been fantastic. The Slovak goalie was great, and he stopped 38-39, and as well the Italian goalie. Amazing.
Fails. We've talked positive. Now let's talk about the negative. Ethan, what's your fail of the week?
All right, my fail of the week is the
You're
fail of
really
the Olympics
excited.
so far. Did you see the Norwegian biathlete? I don't have the video of it because it's in Norwegian, but there was a Norwegian biathlete who biathlon or whatever you want to call him.
I think you had it right.
I think biathlete is right? So that's the one where you cross-country ski and then you get down and you shoot some targets.
things.
One of my favorite Winter Olympic sports. Anyway, after winning, I believe, a bronze medal,
yes,
he went on Norwegian television and apologized to his ex-girlfriend who he cheated on and basically begged for her forgiveness. And I just think, you know what, buddy?
There's some nuance to that, though, because I watched what he said in, like, dubbed.
Yeah.
He said that she's the love of his life for 6 months. And then 3 months ago, he cheated on her. Like, I'm sorry, can you have is there a trolley car coming? What's happening?
I don't want to make any distinctions here I don't want to make any comments on their relationship. Everybody falls in love at different paces. Everybody falls in love with different people at different paces.
I don't know. This whole thing just smelled weird to me.
You know, it's just, buddy, you screwed up.
Buddy.
Let it go.
And
go.
don't do it that.
And don't do it next time.
Yeah, no.
That's it. Don't do it next time.
Do it like
just don't cheat.
Now,
How about that?
No, worldwide. What the heck? It's just humiliating.
It's humiliating. And shout out to her for being like, yeah, no, not taking you back. Salute to her. Strong queen.
All right. My fail of the week. Before the men's hockey tournament got started, many of the players got the opportunity to take in some of the Olympic action happening around Milan. That included a speed skating short track event in which Team Canada had front row seats. Really good, awesome for them. They were front and center for a crash between U.S. skater Corinne Stoddard and Korean star skater Kim Gilly. The photos of the Canadian players reacting to the crash are spectacularly awful. Sam Reinhart looks absolutely horrified. Cale Makar is having just the time of his life. Sam Bennett looks really intrigued. Sidney Crosby is making a massive cringe face. There's just so much to like about this moment. I'm so glad that there was a photographer to capture that, but yeah, not so much fun.
I love that Sam Bennett was intrigued by chaos.
Yeah,
That's perfectly on brand for him.
Rose, your fail.
Okay. For this one, I'm going to do a little bit of explanation. I tried this trend, and it failed a little bit, but for me, it was a win because the reaction I had, it was great, but I should have had a real wand. So just show it to them. Mira lo que aprendí en clases de chistes. ¿Para qué?
Why did you break a glass?
Rosario.
Why?
I like that people call you Rosario. That's fun.
So the thing is, I told her, hey, look what I learned in wizardry class. So I dropped the thing and I was like, reparo. But they didn't understand. They were just like focused in the glass.
Rose,
She was like,
you
what?
don't have magic powers.
Yeah,
that was a
I hate
joke.
to break this to you. You're not a wizard, Rosie.
You're a wizard, Rosie.
You're not a wizard, Rosie.
It was a fail because they didn't get it. And I was like, I need a wand. So my wand didn't work.
Nicely tried.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
was a pencil.
Gabe, I don't know how you're going to top that, but what's your fail of the week?
I really can. Was that Jurassic Park in the background I heard?
Yes.
My fail of the week is not really much of a fail. Is what I could find was the no goal because of the JT Miller's goalie interference.
Credit to the Latvian video coach, though. Certainly earned his
He
keep.
went 2 for 2.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
bad.
He went
That's
2
true.
for 2.
I don't know if the crease rule is different in the international. If I
They're
remember,
stricter. They're much stricter.
They're
It
going
looks
with
like-
a no tolerance policy on contact.
Kind
in
of like
crease.
the late 90s in the NHL.
That's what I was going to bring it up. Yeah.
All right, that's good. Thank you for that, Gabe. Thank you for everybody watching. For those of you who are watching on the DraftKings Network, check out our YouTube channel because we have coming up today NHL senior writer for ESPN, Ryan S. Clark, joining us to talk about the league, the Olympic Games, a lot of fun stuff with Ryan. Ethan?
Panthers then, we suck, but we talked a lot about Panthers. So that's
Panthers
the
are
only
off.
thing there.
It's nice to have a
Panthers
break
are
from the
off.
Panthers
So we
den.
have a break. Beautiful.
Yeah,
nice.
The Panthers are having fun at the Olympics, though, and we're having fun keeping
they're
track.
having a great time. And Lusty and Lundy, I should mention this really quickly. I have 8 seconds. Lusty, Lundy, and Meeksy combined for a goal today. That was beautiful to see.
Ryan S. Clark from ESPN coming up on YouTube.